Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Karen Bob was want to share with you. We're doing a benchmark review to see which phones are better, and we're doing some multiple comparisons with all the new phones that have come out this month, HTC One and other things. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe to us on YouTube so you can take and get updates. We get all the major phones from all the major phone companies, and you can see all our versus comparisons and everything else. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to do a comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S4 from AT&T at AT&T.com and the iPhone 5 from Apple from AT&T.com. Also, thanks to AT&T for providing both phones for us. Now, you can see here the comparison what we're doing. We're going to be using the Geekbench 2 test, which is pretty much one of the standards in determining the overall performance of a phone with an app. We have the Samsung Galaxy S4 here. Now, it's not really a fair fight when this really comes down to it, but we're going to give you these numbers so that, if you're trying to decide which phone you may want to buy, or how the phone that you have compares to the phones that are here, you can take and use this information to your determination. It's really up to you to determine from the results we get which one you like best. So, let's take a look. There's the Samsung, which runs on Android. There's the iOS software that runs on the Apple iPhone. Real big difference here. We have a 1.9 gigahertz processor with the Samsung, whereas we only have a 1.3 gigahertz processor with the iPhone 5. Now, with the S4 is going to be also a quad-core processor comparatively to a dual-core processor that's in the iPhone 5. So, really big difference here. You can also see it's got a little bit more memory jacked into it. You can see the operating systems that we're using. We're using the very latest of this current recording of the Android software and the very latest available on the iPhone 5. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and run some benchmarks and see which benchmarks win. And we'll go through the things. We'll run this through 2 determinations so you can get a kind of an idea. And like I said, it's not really a fair fight given the cores are very different in both these devices. But this helps people decide what they want to do, what they want to buy. A lot of people write me and say, "Hey Chris, what's the best phone to take and buy right now?" And so this helps me first to help them answer some questions. Now you can see we've got 3,186 right now on the Samsung Galaxy S4. That's pretty standard operating procedure. It's been doing about 3,100 to 3,200. So it does really, really well in speed. Now, with the iPhone 5, it's coming in at 1666. Now, this is the highest score I've ever seen it score. Normally, it scored around 15 when it first came out, after some app adjustments and probably some upgrades to the software, of course, versions. It's been coming out close to 1600. So you can see here that it's basically twice as fast, twice as better the Samsung S4 is than the iPhone 5. You can see here the integer score is 2280 against 1287. The floating point score is 5236 against 2110. The memory score is 2439 against 1879. The stream score is 680 against 1013. So, just for fun and sake of argument, let's give them another test, and we'll just run them again. Now, keep in mind, this is a given. You have a 1.9 gigahertz core against a 1.3 gigahertz core. Obviously, the 1.9 is going to win. It's much faster. That's just the way it is going to be in each of these sort of things. So, the big question is going to be what the next iPhone is going to be. Will it be an iPhone 5S? Is it going to be an iPhone 6? Is it going to be a bigger screen? Is it going to be considerably fast enough to leap ahead of phones like the Samsung Galaxy S4? Now, I'm just asking these questions. It's up to you to find the answers. So once again, you can see here Samsung S4 scores really high. In fact, this is the highest scoring phone currently on the market when it comes down to it, even higher than the HTC One. And you can find those videos on our channels also. So, here once again, 1663 that they took and got on the iPhone 5. There you have it. Pretty much almost twice as fast or close to it, depending upon, which report you get. These tend to vary. So, Be sure to tune in our channels, the chrisvossshow.com, where we do all this work of reviewing phones and covering them and comparing them and all that good stuff. Be sure to like our video and share us and subscribe to us on YouTube so we can keep bringing you these great videos. Thanks to AT&T.com for bringing us both these phones, the Samsung Galaxy S4 and the iPhone 5. Be sure to tune in for our future comparison updates where we run benchmarks, photographs, and everything in the comparison between these two phones and others. Thanks for coming by.